watch this Cinco de Mayo themed installation come to life. Keep watching. So for today's Cinco de Mayo install, I have a couple of really cute foils I'll be working with. I have this lovely llama or alpaca, this really cute sombrero as well, and then some green, white, and red balloons. The red is just the color red from Qualitex, the white is the color white from Tuftex, and the green is the color kiwi. These can be gotten at Party City. I don't actually think there's a brand name on these, but it's the color kiwi. And I have these in 11 and 12 inch and then 5 inch. And I have some large whites as well that I'll be adding in. And then on the reds, I just have the 11 inch. Let's get started. So today it is going to be a color blocked installation that I'm doing, which means each color is going to be separate from one another. I'm not going to be, blowing up clusters of different colors together. I'll be doing the greens and the whites and the reds, just like it's going to be going up on the wall. So to start, I'm going to inflate 2 green balloons to different sizes and tie them together. Now that they're inflated, I'm going to go ahead and press on them a little bit. Give them that round shape that I love. Just like that. Tie them together. And that is my first pair. I'm going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to go ahead and twist these pairs together. And that gives me a quad. Now that I have 2 quads, I'm going to go ahead and twist them together just like I did with the pairs and form a cluster. And I'll continue. Now I'm only going to need 2 to 3 clusters in each color. So now that I've got my greens, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my white clusters. So for assembly today, I'm going to be using 260s, which are these long skinny balloons that inflate to 2 inches wide and 60 inches long, hence the name 260. So I'm going to wrap it around with the clusters first and tie it securely. Okay, then I'm going to take the next cluster that I want to connect here and kind of get them close together in more or less the right way here. And wrap my 260 around a bunch of balloons. Okay, and this is the beginning of our garland. Now, one thing that's super cool about using a 260 to assemble is they're super, super flexible. Okay, if I want to reshape one of these clusters, it's very easy to just move it wherever I want it to go, which I love. And when you get to the end of the 260, you can either tie on another one and just continue going, or what I did was wrap around a bunch of these to get the ends secure in there so these are still tied together, and just let release. So now that we have our basic garland shape laid out, I'm going to go ahead and reshape it a little bit and then add in some small clusters to fluff it out a bit, and we'll go ahead and hang it and add on our foils. So now I'm going to go ahead and inflate the foil balloons. Now foil balloons can be inflated with a very special pump that I actually don't have. You can't use a regular pump on them because the heat that is generated by the pump will destroy the air seal here, which you need. So you need to either inflate them with a very special pump that's made specifically for foils that doesn't generate heat, or you can use a hand pump or a straw. Now I'm going to be honest, the straw is a terrible idea. It makes you really lightheaded and all that. I would not recommend it. I usually go with a hand pump here until I get one of those really cool machines. And then you press very firmly to make sure the seal's in place. Now we're going to hang. So today I'm going to be using 2 command hooks and 1 nail that's already in my wall, and to attach the garland to them I'll be using these 260 balloons. So I will go ahead and tie one of these to each attachment point, and then I'm going to go ahead and hold up the garland where I want it and wrap these around a bunch of balloons to hold it securely in place. If you'd like a more in-depth tutorial on how to hang a garland, go ahead and check out my Balloon Garland Basic series. So now that it's hung, I can go ahead and reshape it again a little bit more. And there you go, just like that, it's hung up. All we're going to do now is add on the small balloons, add on the foils, and we will be ready for a fiesta. Did I say fiesta? I meant siesta. Now one of the secrets to making this look like a Cinco de Mayo celebration instead of Christmas one is picking those bright and vibrant greens and reds. So on my sombrero specifically, I am going to be tying it into the garland rather than using glue dots. It is going on top of it, so if you gently tie 260 here to this tab that lets you inflate and tie to, you can kind of place it gently and wind this in amongst the balloons to keep it secure. Now foil balloons are notoriously impossible to get to stick to latex balloons. These, in my opinion and my experience, are the only adhesives that I found to do the trick between foil and latex specifically. So this is what I'll be using to attach them to the garland today. So I have attached a couple of glue dots on my llama, and I'm going to go ahead and place it on the latex balloons to get it to stick. Today's Cinco de Mayo installation. This would make a fantastic backdrop to a taco bar, any sort of buffet, refreshment station, whatever you're planning for your holiday. Have a great Cinco de Mayo. Thanks for watching. Ole.